Right.
I'm so excited after meeting a friend, someone who saw our last video, and she was excited. She called me. She was above the moon, you see. She was just over the moon. She wanted to know more. Then we made an appointment to meet today because I was also excited the same. I was elated as well to see that we had already started impacting lives, and that's our major reason for our channel. So I met Winnie. We met in town, but we had to come a bit out of town. We are going to have a little bit of lunch together. We have a lot to talk about. This is the impact of social media. Winnie, you can say hi to the camera.
Hello, guys.
She was afraid, but I think she's so happy. Isn't it, Winnie? Are you happy?
I'm happy for her. I'm happy. I'm too excited.
Wonderful. And she was asking me about what's happening. How does this work? So we are just discussing about the social media, how you relate. And she was asking me, how does it start? I don't know. Do you have some questions, right?
Yeah, I've got.
You
Because
can
this is
ask.
my friend.
Mhm.
I'm not so good in English, guys. Please.
But they will hear you. It's not our mother language anyway.
I'm good in Shona, not in English, but I'll just try.
Good, wonderful. You always try. So you can ask.
I was asking. My Adi is my friend, but I know the life she lives. She's a private somebody. So how
True.
is she going to manage this social media thing?
And you were surprised to see the video. Very true. I used to be a private person, but she was surprised to see my video, and that's why she called me. We hadn't met for a very long time. So she was surprised to say, I know this person. How can she be on social media? But then this is what we're saying. Social media has got its good side of it. It can impact lives, you see. So we are here today together. We are just discussing. She wants to hear more about social media. She wants to hear more about our mission. She also has a lot to talk about. She wanted to know, is it just done by everyone? Do you need some qualifications to talk to people who are all over? And I was just telling her, no, you just have to make up your mind, decide what you want to do, if you want to relate with other people. And that's exactly what you are doing. And that's the impact of social media. It can change lives, you see. Mine was changed as well. I never used to, but I realized it means a lot to be talking to other people, to reach out, to discuss, you know. So today we're going to talk with Susan, and we'll discuss some of the things you want them off camera or you want them on camera, the things that you want to ask.
I think off camera. You
Off
are
camera.
used to me. I'm not used to my dick. I'm still a friend.
You get used.
Some other time, not now.
Not now.
Because I'm relaxed in talking in Shona, not this English of yours.
I can always interpret. I can always translate rather. No, I can always translate. You can ask even in your show now, then I'll translate.
So
Or maybe, just a few questions, we'll do it on camera, then the rest we can be off camera.
Alright. So what are you going to talk about?
I'm just going to talk about life in general. Some skills, educational. It's more of educational channel, right? We'll be discussing about life skills, communication, even the experiences. Like if you watched the second video, we elaborated a bit, but we're gonna articulate more on the other issues, topics that we talk about. And sometimes we'll just talk about things that you as our viewers want to know. If you ask me about something, that's exactly what I'll talk about. You see. As long as if you ask about something, it means it's important to you. So that's the thing I'll talk about. Anything when people have questions, I talk about that. Though we have other topics that which I know definitely the meaning, like the internet thing. I realize most people don't even understand. They have the different perspective about it. They have a different perception about social media. Some even think it's not good. You see, some even think these are things out of this world. You need some training, you need some degree, you need some quite to be on social media, but not true. It's for everyone, as long as you feel it's something that you want, you're interested in. If you want to interact with people, these are the platforms that are there. There are so many platforms that are there now. And these platforms can translate into other things. Some can translate to just solving your problems, social life problems, skills you hear from others, and at times it can even translate to careers. I think you have watched some people who have now taken my social media into careers. Some do, but it depends with you now. The more you understand about it, the more it will have meaning. So that's exactly what we are going to talk about in our channel. But I'm so happy you reached out and you wanted to hear more. It means a lot. It means a lot. And
Okay. But I know you started from somewhere.
Yes.
What is it that you started with? Because awunambomboka kauchiti hai ndasina kutoita video ndakuto and it
True. Susan is saying,
I'm not Susan, I'm Nomsa.
Nomsa, sorry my guys, and I'm sorry Nomsa. It's because someone Susan also called me. I'm sorry about that for sure. Yes, Nomsa is asking that how do you start? Where did you start from? How did it come to be that you just go onto the social media? You didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm just going onto the camera. Very true. And it's because, like I talked in my other video, that you need to develop. You need personal development. Personal development comes in like you have to know what's going on. You have to have the current affairs. You have to know what's going on, and you don't just write out things before analyzing. It goes back to the listening skill that I was talking about. When there's something there, just watch, listen about, follow those things and analyze. And for a long time, if you can take you a year or so following something and seeing what's happening, then you can start to understand what's happening. If it's a month, then maybe you understand. If it's 2, but just take your time to follow something if you have interest in it. That's exactly what happened to me. I was just following the internet and I was analyzing it, and there was something I realized. I picked this thing in YouTube and I said, I think this is where I belong. There's a lot of information that I'm keeping, and a lot of information which I also gained from there, and which made me to stand up and say, I think I have a space in there. I don't know. Yes, that's how it starts.
That's nice.
That's how it starts.
All right. So no course, no going to school?
No course, no going to school, no training. It's the training that you give, after school. There are things that you learn from school, but there are other things that the world will teach you. The world, most of the things you learn from the world. You see, the school will only make you open your mind there, but most of the things you learn from the world, if you are prepared to. This is why we talk about developing skills. Some skills you don't need to go back to school again. You just learn them from life. As we are doing like right now, we're discussing, isn't it? You're learning also one or two things. And when you learn one or two things, then you can go deeper into that thing. If you want to, you can as well. Later on, there are some skills find that you can learn for the sake of doing your videos. You can, if you want, but it's not important. It's not the starting point. The starting point is just to make up your mind, think about what you want to talk about, and is it important to you, and for what. As long as you know why you want to do it, then you see the importance. You can't stand and just hold on. You'll just be pushed to do it. Like in my case, I just want to impact lives. That's what I did to you, isn't it? I've made you happy, and you also wanted to hear more, and you said, but I think I'm interested in this thing. This is exactly what we are looking for, just to make an impact in someone's lives. And some can even bring results which can even make you even greater than me, because at times, it's information, but information, when you join it with your own talent, it can bring greater results, more than the person who even have introduced you to that thing, you see. And I'll be happy to see that. That's, I get so excited, and that satisfaction to see someone that really is interested in this thing. Someone is just interested in what I've said, and this thing has made a difference in their lives. There's nothing as good as that.
All right.
Yes. You
So
see.
interesting.
Very interesting, isn't it? I'm so happy. I'm so
You know
happy.
what? I can imagine
Eh,
my Sukuru at home
yes.
saying, Gogo, what are you doing at the phone?
Eh,
You don't know, let me do it for you. They take the phone. Me, I'm just. So, how am I going to know all the techniques in the phone that I must do what and what and what? Yeah.
Those are the skills I was saying. Now you develop your skills. You just watch, you ask. As you're asking, from today you just know that, but I don't need to have a qualification to do this. That's one step. The next time you just sit down, you think about what you want to talk about, what you really want to do, anything that you want to do. And then if it's about the technology, there isn't much about this. It's just the normal thing that you are used to. You normally take photos, isn't it? You normally take videos. Yeah, it's just to make sure that you plan, you decide what you want to do, and you practice. There's nothing that you can do without practicing. That's developing a skill. It's personal development there, isn't it?
Okay.
It's just a matter of practicing. Also watch other people. All that. But you take your time to develop and to ask. And even your grandchildren, as you are saying, they'll be helping you. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't translate what she had asked. She asked about grandchildren, to say most of the things which I do on my phone, I do it. My grandchildren will always do it for me. So how can I manage to record videos? She also has a lot to share, but she's afraid. She's just saying, I don't know how I'll do that. But, we'll just encourage her. This is what we are talking about. This is very important. As long as someone is interested in something, they can always get a starting point. So I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy to have a product from our videos. And I've got many of them who are phoning, but some are from far. But eventually we're going to relate with them on the social media, video one by one. We already have a list of some of the things they also want us to talk about. But for today, I'm so happy to have impacted in her life, and we'll continue to interact. The good thing, she stays in the same town, so we'll continue to interact. The rest we are going to talk off the camera. I love you guys. Stay tuned. Hit the notification bell so that whenever we drop a video, you'll be the first to receive it. You can say bye.
Bye. Always few.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. It's a goodbye from